I'm Dave King. I work for BBC Audience Services. I think the challenge for audience services was how we meet the demands of the general public. Over the years, we've had an ever-increasing number of audience contacts coming in, so our challenge was how we service an ever-increasing number of contacts. The other key challenge for us is people are not just sort of writing in a letter to the BBC anymore or picking up the telephone. They're more sort of web or internet savvy, and they know there are other channels out there, web forms, SMS, etc. So our challenge was how do we best serve the audience over those channels?
Hello, I'm David Cooling. I'm the Client Services Director from Capita, responsible for delivering IT to David here. The point Dave said about the challenges, yes, there are some real challenges for us. The challenges really were we had to have a solution that was scalable, flexible, value for money, some very complex sets of business rules and regulations that we had to abide by in terms of how we dealt with certain cases. And at the end, what we built was a CRM solution right at the heart of the solution, into which everything gets fed into, even from telephones or SMS or correspondence through whitemail, from the web, the self-service bit, all gets fed in and then goes into case management in terms of progressing and checking out how best to deal with it. The thing that's really important for me was this was a collaborative process. It's important now that in the service we provide to Dave and BBC is that Capita have some people doing case management, but at some point the workflow actually moves over to BBC. BBC then pick up some workflow and push it back into here. So it isn't just a simple hand it over to Capita and run it. It's very much a collaborative piece of work. The challenges we faced was to bring all together the various components of that, integrate them into one solution, which delivered the flexibility, delivered the functionality, and that was scalable to cope with future growth, but also the unexpected, the demands that happen around unusual storylines when people want to complain. So it's about having that available and keeping that going for the next until 2019.
How do I measure the success? Part of it is audience satisfaction scores. We run quarterly customer satisfaction. That has achieved some pretty good results and is increasing quarter on quarter. Satisfaction for me as well is the system doesn't fall over, and it's seamless. It's easy to use and seamless from an operational perspective.
I think Dave said it, the key for me is resilience. We have to keep this system up and running 24 hours a day. BBC, you can turn the television on or the radio on any time, day or night. Therefore, the system has to be there any time, day or night. And we have to make it available. You can't say, oh, sorry, come back in a few minutes. It's got to be there. Just having that surety the system's going to be there, and we can cope with that demand.